Hey guys, Chad here, bringing you the news for this week ending, I suppose, 14th of July, 1970? No, 2012. For those of you who didn't know, it's my birthday today, so hello. So we're going to go along with the news. There's no place like Rome. Yes, announced recently the forthcoming release of Rome 2 in the Total War series. Now, the original proved to be very popular, and this sequel is no doubt going to generate a lot of awaited eagerness by the fans of the franchise. Now, in case you're wondering, yeah, game in the back, TF2. Played badly by me. End of. Unfortunately, not a lot of information has been put out in the public sphere except for a live action trailer which doesn't really give you any gameplay ideas. Just lots of info about how not to trust a man wrapped in a bedsheet, never go to bed with a woman wearing jewellery, and never kneel in front of a Roman legionary. But aside from that, the lack of gameplay footage is not putting a dent in the anticipation of the communities. Another thing related to this also, studio director of Creative Assembly said that the reason the Total War series is not on console was not due to the lack of controls, but more to do with the lack of power of the console. Hey-ho. Anyway, for those of you interested in getting your space rocks off, yes, believe it or not, there is a game being worked on that is MMO Asteroids. Yes, you too can jet around the cosmos and shoot bullets of chunks at rock. Not much detail, but assured it's on its way. Now, obviously, a lot of people are looking forward to the PlanetSide 2 beta. Now, this is a much anticipated sequel due soon. Lots of veterans of the game, as well as interesting newbies, hello, are clamouring for a chance to get a chance to help shape this game. Now, the original made quite an impact with its vast land masses, varied combat tactics, and overall size. The sequel is promising to take that to a whole new level, and a lot of people cannot wait to see the end result, yes, including me. And I will be covering as much of PS2 as I can. Now, Deus Ex, for those of you who are fans of this franchise, it might be good news or bad news, but CBS Films have picked up the film rights for this and intend to make a film in this universe, with Human Revolution being the building block. Now, it's hard not to be excited by such a development when you look back to the stonking successes of other game-related movies such as Doom and Mario Brothers. Star Wars The Old Republic, otherwise known as SWTOR, yes, they want you back, and now the PR is going into overdrive with a play at no charge for 7 days, as well as free trials that cap your level at level 15. Now, it seems that BioWare and EA were caught off guard by the huge departure of a lot of subscribers from what they consider to be their flagship release. Numbers of lost subs are estimated from various sources between 100 and 400,000 subscribers. This obviously leaves a huge dent in their budget and has made EA and BioWare change their approach to how to keep the gamers interested. Sadly, free pets and free trials will not gloss over the lack of in-game content that has turned a lot of users off. So, holy sequel, Batman! Yes, fans of the Batman Arkham City game will also be dismayed to know, or possibly pleased, that the prequel game is going to be released and is set in the Silver Age from the 1950s. Memories of the Batman series from the 60s and 70s might make people either shudder in horror or squeal with delight, but either way, it's going to be interesting to see how it turns out. Now, for those of you who are on Steam, and that'll be a lot of you, the Steam summer sale has begun, and there are huge amounts of deals on a daily basis. Games that have sat on your wish list for some time are now going to be on there with 50 or 75% off. Now is the time to pick them up and enjoy your weekend. Now, for those of you who are fans of Amnesia, when it came out, we'll be sad to hear that the release date for the next game has slipped into 2013. Now, the original showed great atmosphere, scary monsters, and a willingness to make people scream out loud. And the next game is obviously anticipated for more of the same. The delay might end up as a good thing. It might mean that they get more time to polish the game and ensure that terror is at its max level. Now, there is a bit of a financial blizzard going on because it seems that the publishing giant Vivendi Interactive are having trouble finding companies interested in buying its majority stake in Activision Blizzard. Now, sources via Bloomberg have mentioned that such names as Microsoft, Disney and Take-Two, but apparently not many companies are willing to take on a large stake in the company. Might be interesting to see how things turn out. So, consoles. Now, surveys from Nielsen in the US have provided data that show that most, if not all, of 2012's most anticipated games by console players are also sequels. Now, this survey spoke to nearly 5,000 players aged 7 to 57 and across all platforms. Halo 4, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 and Just Dance 4, oh joy, are the most looked forward to. Now, with only 2 games in that total list of having new IPs, the rest are either sequel or licensed games, beggars the question, what do console players want from their games? The same game over and over again? Seems so. Now, For those who are interested in what's going on with Medal of Honor Warfighter, apparently the listing on Origin for Medal of Honor Warfighter state that those who pre-order the game will also then get access to the Battlefield 4 beta. Interesting. Now, this possible blunder was then quickly corrected by EA, who then replaced it with a BF3 Premium banner. Now, obviously, seems EA are doing us a lot. Pre-order one game to get into the door early for the game you really want. I suppose it's a good way to get retail sales figures to go up, but I guess we'll find out. Anyway, Assassin's Creed 3. Now, obviously, this being set in the time of the American Revolution, you've seen the videos with him, you know, flying around and firing arrows into commanders and beating up loads of redcoats as well. Some screenshots have been released that show the Wolfpack multiplayer mode for this game. Now, it could be an interesting take on multiplayer gaming that was shown off in previous Assassin's Creed games. It's expected that the PC version will be out before Christmas, as it is a smaller market compared to the console release, which is touted for the end of October. So, there you have it, boys and girls. That's the news for this week. Take care.